talk about those markets is Lukman Otunuga, research analyst at FXTM in London. Lukman, I am looking at the rand picture and it's looking not quite a straight V, but it is looking a reasonable V, which suggests some kind of recovery. What has changed?
Firstly, thank you for having me here today. Yes, this has been a very tough week for the South African rand. Since Monday, it's weakened against every single G10 currency. It's one of the worst performing emerging market currencies, and it's trading to levels not seen since last year. My outlook for the rand is negative right now, thanks to concerns over US-China trade developments and rising fears of a possible downgrade by Moody's in November.
So you reckon all these things, we're being hit by external factors, nothing to do with our own problems here?
It's a combination of external and domestic factors. Now, the domestic factors are concerns of a possible credit downgrade. At the same time, we had disappointing economic data this morning. Look at manufacturing production. It hit minus 3.5% year over year and minus 1.5% month over month. So when we have disappointed economic data from South Africa, coupled with the developments outside of South Africa, this is a recipe for disaster for the rand and other emerging markets.
Yeah, even though you say that, Lukman, we do see when you look at that picture on the rand, it's trading range over the day. We certainly have seen our worst levels go off. I mean, I think earlier we hit 15, 16, but there you can see an 8 center again. Is sentiment turning towards the currency?
No, so what we see in the South African rand today is just some consolidation. Nothing has changed. Investors still remain concerned over slowing global growth, still remain concerned over trade tensions between the two largest economies in the world. Probably we'll see a consolidation Thursday, Friday, but when traders come back to the markets on Monday, the rand and other emerging market currencies will be in a firing line.
So you're talking about consolidation, and I'm very scared about consolidation, especially as we are talking about consolidation above 15 to the dollar, and you are saying you are negative, the rand. How low can we go?
That's a very, very interesting question. Look, well, the lowest level has been around 15.20. If things continue to worsen, if we see bond yields continue to fall, investors may simply run away from riskier assets, and this would send the rand towards 1550, 1575 in the medium to longer term.
Yeah, I see here you talking about a breakout above 18 yielding 1520, 1525. What sort of time periods could we be talking about here?
Well, this would also depend on where or what the South African Reserve Bank does. Now, it's already been priced in that we're going to expect another interest rate cut in September. If this becomes reality, this should be the kick that the rand needs to weaken further.
Absolutely. So the picture is entirely negative, Lukman. There's nothing really to be positive or constructively positive about South Africa and its rand.
No. Even though the picture is negative for the rand, when we look at the emerging market universe in general, it's not only the South African rand that is facing this. Other emerging market currencies are also feeling the heat of the unfavorable global conditions.
Yeah, and those global conditions, of course, have to do with President Donald Trump and his war with China. We also have, of course, Brexit there in the UK with you guys. We'll talk about that shortly. But I wanted to talk about that China story. Some people are suggesting that President Donald Trump may have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew, because it does appear like he underestimated China's resolve in the face of his threats and in the face of his tariffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's been chaos. Now, if we look back to when tariffs were first implemented back in 2018, we've had 12 high-level trade talks, and look where we are. We're still back at square one. Nothing much has been done, and this week has actually shown that it could reach a dangerous point of no return. We saw that the Chinese yuan devaluated past the psychological 7 level, and this created chaos across markets. So we do have some semblance of stability, but nothing more has changed, and do not expect any resolution to US-China trade tensions anytime soon.
Yeah, but what about your own situation there? The picture is breaking up a little bit. I'm hoping it will improve as we keep talking. Your own situation there with a prime minister who appears bent on having a no-deal Brexit come October 31.
Yeah, the British pound has been hurt so bad by Brexit that I'm even hesitant to change my pound to euros, dollars, naira. But I'll happily change my pounds to the South African rand. I know I'll get a good value with that. Yeah, So it's the same narrative when we're speaking about Brexit. Parliament is on recess. They don't return until the 3rd of September. But we've already had a taste of what to expect in 2019. Boris Johnson going to Brussels rejecting any proposals, concerns over a no-deal Brexit becoming a reality on October the 31st. Now, the reason why this is hitting the pound so much is because nobody could understand the real ramifications it has to the United Kingdom. You know, the Bank of England already predicted that economic growth could, collapse as much as 8%. This was last year. So nobody knows, and this uncertainty is extremely negative for the British pound.
Yeah. Do you know what I call your prime minister now?
What do you call him?
I call him Boris No Deal Johnson. How's that?
But Boris No Deal, that's very interesting, given how his statement is deal or no deal, no ifs, no buts by October the 31st.
Okay, we can add.
Let's see if he's able to respect those pledges.
We can add all of the above. So let's call him Boris No Deal, no ifs, no buts Johnson. I think it's a nice long name for him. You will have enough time to acclimatize to it. Thank you. That's Lukman Otunuga. And yes, you can change your pound to rand. You are welcome in Johannesburg. He's an analyst at FXTM in London. Thank you for joining us and for that take on the markets. That rand is suffering, as you can quickly see. So we are going to take a break, and then when we come back, we bring you earnings. Standard Bank.